And the Dogs are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. Wants to adjust the pattern. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call.
Timeout, Georgia.
The Dogs are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Now on 3rd down for this offense. To the air, it's Haynes. Caught, close to the marker, it's Stevens. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. This is a designed run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Guys, let's chat about Georgia. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Yeah, this feels like a curated roster, right? They only had a few holes that they had to fill up, but they went out, they put their effort into finding the right guy. They feel like they've upgraded their roster with just a few portal additions.
Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. They'll go to the ground. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Makes the catch. It's Thomas. Works his way to the 38 after gaining 5. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the air. It's Washington. Makes the grab. Turning it on. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job, great catch.
The Sooners have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
You just need more from your offensive line. 2nd and short like that, you'd love to be able to fire off the ball and pick that up running it, but the defense was able to get penetration. They were able to get a stop, and now you set up 3rd down, and this offensive line is going to have to play a lot better here.
He'll throw on 3rd down. Got it in the middle. It's Thomas. He's got 1st down yardage as they move it to the 44.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the 1st.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
And the Sooners can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the back. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on 1st down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up a throw on 3rd down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Dropping back, it's Washington. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
The Sooners send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. On the ground, it's Bray. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. And the Bulldogs will hustle to the line.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
Buys a little time. Got his man on the right. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Trying to turn the corner on the left. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the end of the first quarter, and it has been a defensive battle, and the stats tell the tale so far. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm here in the second. The Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Wide receiver comes in motion. To the air, it's Haynes. Pulls it in. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. Right on the money. And the Dogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. On the run, it's Bray. Ball down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
The Dogs back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Now from inside the red zone. Quarterback adapting. Nobody open. He just throws it away, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Red pass, it's complete. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Eighth play of the drive, and to keep this one going, they'll need to convert a 3rd and 5. The offense changing the play. To the air, it's Haynes. Snagged in the middle, it's Bray. And that'll not only be a first down, it'll be 1st and goal from the 7. On the move. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. On the snap, it's Bray. He's going for the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs! There have been miniseries, novels, movies, long-form plays that have been over in shorter period of time than that drive. That was a marathon.
And that's just so frustrating when you're a defensive guy, time and time again, trying to get the stops, and they just keep making the plays, and they punch it in for a touchdown. Demoralizing.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Auburn is going to get out of Dodge with a win. It's a shave that might have been a little closer than Tigers fans wanted, but a road victory feels great no matter what the final score is. All that speculation all week, and now we know. But something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Dropping back, it's Washington. They're trying to put something, anything together to get that goose egg off the scoreboard down 7-0.
Well, this guy shot out of the cannon. 2 catches on the opening drive, and finally going back to him again. This time, they don't hook up, but he's a guy that needs to touch the football often, and I think this offense has to keep trying to find ways to get him involved.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. On target to the left. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down.
It's a really nice job making the play. And you think about all the success they've had with Baker Mayfield and Jalen Hurts and Kyler Murray in recent years. But a big reason why those guys had success was they had big-time players on the perimeter getting open and making plays, too. It wasn't just all the quarterback position. They brought in some big-time recruits from high school at the receiver spot. This guy is no different. He has a chance to be the next great Sooner receiver.
Looking downfield on first down. Got his man on the outside. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The Sooners want to move quickly. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Rides the back and leaves it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
The Dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Washington. Grab near the marker, it's Thomas. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Get it out on the screen. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Man, those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
Well, it wasn't a great start for this quarterback, but on this drive, he seems to be turning the corner. He just looks like he's playing in a different rhythm. He's seeing the field better. It's almost as if the game is starting to slow down for him. And I think on that last completion, it was a good example of that.
off the play fake on first down to throw. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners! Quick strike through the air for the score.
That is exactly how you want to end halves. Put a drive together, score the touchdown, a chance to tie this up, and take all the momentum into halftime.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point is good. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished it off, needing just a few inches and going up top to get it. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Hutchinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Briggs. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. He'll pull it down and run. He's down at the 27. They can't stop the clock, and this is a first down. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Back to pass, it's Haynes. He's going to take off. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Just enough time for one final play in this half. He might want another play. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Brings it down on the right side. They make the stop, but man, oh man, did he almost get a score on the final play of the half. A big game. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Bulldogs will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. This Sooner offense to go back to work. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like sprinting away. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Here's the handoff. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Looking to throw, it's Washington. He's got it. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, he was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
And the Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. On the option. Now the pitch. And that one will go and reverse the defense all over that pitch on the option. The Sooners with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Going to sling it on 2nd down. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on 3rd down. Dropping back, it's Washington. Wide open downfield. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And with that one, they jump on top here in the 2nd half.
This is a receiver that is so good running routes. You never know which way he's going to go at the top of his route because he doesn't peek. He doesn't telegraph where he's going. The timing on corner routes is so important, and the quarterback did a nice job getting it out early so his receiver could make the catch and then take it into the end zone.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Going with the ground game left. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they've built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Running to the left. He makes it up to the 20-yard line before going out of bounds. How bold will they be on 3rd down after that last run? Wants to throw. It's Haynes. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd down.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on 3rd down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
Nestles it in at the 35. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him, but this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Motion from the wide receiver. Wants to fire on second down. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. Got room at the 35. Oh, I thought he was taking that all the way, but they stop him at the 7.
Well, this guy already has a touchdown. He almost had a second right there. You saw how good he is after he has the ball in his hands. Great job by the quarterback. A, finding him, B, getting it to him quickly, and then his speed and his God-given ability does the rest. He's got his offense in great field position.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clocked.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He'll do it himself. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up.
Into the hallelujah land. Touchdown Sooners.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. Tennessee left little doubt. You know, this version of the Volunteers can hang with any of the teams of the past. And remember, this is a program that went 13-0 en route to a national title back in 1998. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. Back to throw, it's Haynes. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
Yeah, just not able to connect that time with his target on the in-breaking route. Got to have a little bit better rhythm. You know these windows are going to be small over the middle of the field, and that's why you try to put some extra mustard on it, but I think that time, that's what forced the incomplete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. Caught. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
Well, that bubble screen goes nowhere. You got to give the defender credit because he won at the point of attack, defeated the block. He was able to get to the ball carrier, get him down on the ground.
On third down, he drops to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a fourth down.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
They'll open this drive and snap it from the 44. They'll give it to the back. Breaks into the open. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
The Sooners come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Might as well stick with him. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
You got to have short area quickness. That running back there doing what it takes to make sure he got that first down.
At the end of the period, Oklahoma has the lead. And they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. As we start the fourth quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. Final stands of the game, and we'll start with the first down. Looking downfield, it's Washington. Steps away. Gets rid of it. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. Second down coming.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. On a little time, lets it go. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
The Dogs are off the leash and coming after him on third down. They'll run behind the big guys on the right. He's not going to make it to the sticks, and what a stop against one of the best third down offenses in the country. And the Sooners will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll get downfield and make the tackle right at the 16-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Might be changing the route. Movement on the offensive line, that's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Quarterback empties his backfield. Looking downfield, it's Haynes. He's got him. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. Georgia comes quickly to the line.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. Third down coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Takes it from the gun on third down. Picked off. What a play to set him up. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Pulls and fires complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Leaves it with the back. There is nowhere to go. He has stopped, and it'll be fourth down from the 23. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. It's good. And now the lead is even bigger.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. And some room to work. Oh, he's got some space. They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The defense calls the timeout. They're second of the day as they try to get their act together. The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Oh, he's got a chance. Spins away from the defense. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground. Georgia going up tempo.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And now this offense will try to figure out a way to move the chains after that 2nd down incompletion. Looking to throw, it's Haynes. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Here comes the Oklahoma offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
The give on the inside. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he's stopped.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing, you need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
The Sooners trying to get a touchdown on 1st and goal. On the doorstep of cashing it in for the offense. Motion from the wideout. A 1st down run in the red zone. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And this defense has given up some yards, getting all the way down here to 1st and goal, but great job on 1st and goal. Getting a tackle for a loss and not guaranteeing a pass, but putting this offense in a more difficult situation and trying to end this drive by only giving up a field goal.
And the D deny them on 2nd and goal. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Can the defense stop them again on 2nd and goal? Looking for a path to the end zone to the right. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the stomping has commenced.
And how about this offense? Another scoring drive. Great job. They seem to be in a much better rhythm than they were a week ago. They're 0-1, lost week 1. They could have gotten down on themselves. I like the way they bounced back. Now they're going to be 1-1 with this performance.
31, Georgia, 7.
He'll bring it out. It's Hutchinson. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to throw, it's Haynes. Quick strike complete. Oh, what a move to get open. Running free. Ripped off a huge shot play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ball game.
Under fire. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in. You could tell they were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game today.
To the air on 2nd down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Hutchinson. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
Well, if you could give a helmet sticker to this defensive coaching staff, they would get one because of the plan they've had for this guy at wide receiver. He is one of the best in the entire country with his speed and his athleticism. but they have had a plan for him. Whether it's man coverage, zone, they've been able to double him, they've been able to change up the looks, and they have not been able to get him involved in the game, and that's why they're going to win this week.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. And listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Second down, he'll throw it. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops, just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a first and goal. How valuable is a tight end in the red area? Now they're set up with a first and goal.
I love it. Find the big fella down in the red area. Big target, works the middle of the field, easier throws. Nice job by this offense, keeping it very simple.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Max going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Georgia!
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense, continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
And with the extra point, they're down 31-14. So an 82-yard drive there. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're set to kick it off, and you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. Quarterback's just going to take a knee.